Have you ever experienced a moment so serendipitous that it sends shivers down your spine? Or discovered a symbol, perhaps a feather or a sequence of numbers, that keeps recurring with mysterious frequency in your life? What if I told you that these aren't mere random occurrences, but coded messages from the universe? Prepare to embark on an illuminating journey where the ethereal realm reaches out, urging you to recognize the signs that your higher self placed in your way. Let's explore this together. Ancient sages, mystics and philosophers have believed that beyond our daily lives and beyond the veil of our ego lies a grander, wiser side of ourselves. This higher self, as it is commonly known in the modern spiritual vocabulary, is neither a new concept nor an emerging trend in self-help circles. From the corridors of Egyptian temples to the secretive chambers of Rosicrucian meetings, the existence of a deeper divine part of us has been acknowledged. Consider the Hermetic teachings, based on the wisdom of the Egyptian god Thoth. They state, "As above, so below," suggesting a direct mirroring between the cosmic realms and our inner worlds. In this context, our higher self is the above reflection of the universe, conveying the knowledge and wisdom of all existence. Or consider the Rosicrucians, a mystical brotherhood originating from the early 17th century. They believed in the presence of an inner light, an essence that, when tapped into, can illuminate our path and purpose of life. This inner light is frequently viewed as a beacon, our higher self, guiding us through the murkiness of existence. Now, one might wonder, if such a profound entity exists within us, why do we not regularly receive its guidance? The answer can be found in the signs we receive. The higher self, similar to a gentle guardian, rarely shouts. Instead, it nudges, hints, and signals. The purpose of this video is to uncover these signs, to translate the subtle, and to finally hear what our higher self has been trying to tell us all along. 1. The concept of synchronicities. In the quiet corners of our lives, synchronicities unfold. Carl Jung, the renowned psychologist, first coined this term, defining it as meaningful coincidences that have no causal connection yet appear closely related to each other. Imagine reading about an ancient Hermetic principle in the morning, and in the evening, while walking in the street, you come across a painting reverberating the same principle. Or perhaps you were considering a major life change, and a stranger, as if directed by some cosmic script, speaks words that resonate with your thinking. These are not just random occurrences. These are the universe's way of connecting the dots for us. The Rosicrucians held a deep reverence for such occurrences, seeing them as signals of alignment between the inner self and the external universe. To dismiss these synchronicities just as mere coincidences is to silence the very dialogues our higher self initiates. On the other hand, by embracing them, we can unlock the door to a realm of deeper understanding and connectedness. 2. Dreams as messengers. Dreams have long served as messengers of the universe, providing cryptic messages and guidance. They are not just creations of our imagination. They are realms where the lines between the conscious and unconscious blur, allowing our higher self to communicate with us using symbols and metaphors. The Hermetic axiom, "All is mind," gives a powerful lens to analyze our dreams. If everything is a product of our mind, then dreams serve as powerful pathways to accessing the divine wisdom it holds. Hermeticists often view dreams as a language, waiting to be decoded. In Rosicrucian teachings, dreams are gateways to the astral plane, a domain where spiritual insight and guidance flourish. Initiates are trained to recollect and interpret their dreams, seeking revelations in order to gain greater insight and self-awareness. Consider the symbols that appear in your dreams. The recurring patterns, the landscapes, the people, each carries a message. A key, perhaps, to unlock a deeper understanding of yourself and your life's purpose. 3. Physical and emotional sensations. There's a great truth to the maxim, trust your gut. Our bodies are more than just biological machines. They're well-tuned instruments, sensitive to the spiritual and energetic realms. According to the Hermetic teachings, it is believed that all things are interconnected with each other. Every emotion, every shiver, every unexplainable sensation is a thread connecting us to the cosmos in this magnificent fabric of existence. A sudden warmth enveloping you, an unexpected chill, or an overwhelming sense of peace could be the gentle signal from your higher self, urging you to pay attention. The Rosicrucians, with their emphasis on spiritual alchemy, identified the importance of transforming physical sensations into spiritual insights. Emotions, in particular, are considered as more than just reactions, but as signposts. Overwhelming joy, inexplicable sadness, or even a deep, resonating feeling of love could be your soul's way of guiding you. Take a moment to reflect on those moments when your emotions seemed larger than the situation called for. Those weren't random overreactions. They were profound spiritual indicators. Your higher self, through the medium of your body and emotions, was trying to lead you to highlight something that needed your attention. 4. Patterns in meditation and silence. The whispers of the inner self can easily be lost out in the chaos of modern life. However, when we enter the stillness of meditation or sacred silence, the voice of the higher self becomes undeniably clear. Hermeticism emphasized the principle, within lies the truth. Meditation, in this tradition, is more than just a way for relaxation. It is a journey inward. It's the act of shifting one's focus from external distractions to the infinite cosmos within, seeking and finding revelations from the higher self. The Rosicrucians, with their emphasis on inner illumination, have always regarded meditation as a cornerstone of spiritual growth. Through disciplined practice, they believed, one can attune to the vibrations of the universe, aligning with the higher self and its guidance. Remember the times when you are in meditation and the insights seem to flood in, or solutions to unfathomable problems appeared effortlessly. That wasn't mere coincidence. It was the clarity of connecting with the higher self, offered freely in the silence of meditation. 5. Seeing repetitive numbers and sequences. Have you ever looked at the clock to see 11, or repeatedly came across the number 333? These aren't mere coincidences, but encoded messages known as angel numbers. The universe communicates in various ways, and numbers, with their specific vibrations and energies, are one of its favorite mediums. Hermeticism recognizes the power and significance of numbers through its sophisticated numerology. Numbers rule the universe, declared the Pythagoras, the ancient Greek mystic. According to the Hermetic view, every number possesses a specific energy and meaning. Recurring encounters with certain numbers might be a signal towards understanding a particular aspect of one's life or path. The Rosicrucians embraced the language of numbers in their sacred geometry and study of cosmic patterns. They believe that these sequences act as compasses, guiding people to their spiritual aspirations, towards enlightenment and towards a deeper resonance with the higher self. Next time, when you spot a recurring number, pause and reflect. Think about its meaning and its message. It could very well be a sign, a clue on your spiritual journey, leading you to greater truths and revelations. 6. Feeling a pull towards nature. Nature has been mankind's first temple, a sanctuary where the veil between the earthly and the divine seems most permeable. Those inexplicable moments of serenity amidst forests, the unexplainable connection to the ebb and flow of ocean tides, or the silent conversations with the stars, these are not mere sentiments, but profound spiritual experiences. In Hermetic teachings, nature is seen as a reflection, a mirror to the macrocosm of the universe. As within, so without, as without, so within. This principle suggests that the rhythms and patterns in nature are mirrored within our own spiritual framework. Feeling drawn to nature can be our higher self's way of encouraging us to reconnect, to harmonize with the larger universe itself. With an appreciation for the sanctity of life, the Rosicrucians have long regarded nature as the source of divine revelations. They believed that in every rustling leaf, every blooming flower, and every setting sun, there are secrets and lessons waiting to be uncovered. Connect deeply with nature. Accept its invitation, because we frequently find reflections of our own souls in its embrace, signals from our higher self guiding us to enlightenment. 7. Encounters with guides and mentors. There are numerous stories throughout history of seekers meeting knowledgeable sages at critical junctures in their spiritual journeys. These mentors, who may take the form of a wise elder, a chance acquaintance, bring lessons and insights from our higher self. Hermetic traditions emphasize the importance of the teacher-student dynamic. These teachers, or masters, are thought to have traveled further down the path and can offer seekers direction, wisdom, and, on occasion, critical course corrections. Rosicrucianism, with its structured initiatory system, places a high value on advice from knowledgeable mentors. They believe that when a pupil is ready, the teacher will emerge, frequently delivering messages or teachings from the student's higher self, ensuring that they stay on their proper path. Consider the influential people who have crossed your path. Those unexpected yet profound connections, the insights delivered that felt almost divinely timed. These are frequently orchestrations by the higher self to ensure you receive the advice and teachings you require. 8. Moments of deja vu and past life recollections. There are instances when time folds upon itself, and we get an uncanny sense of having lived a moment before. This deja vu, or a vivid vision from a past existence, might be a powerful spiritual sign. They're not just mental glitches, but they could be memories from past lifetimes, or signs from our higher self, pointing us toward a lesson or a reminder. The Hermetic principle of reincarnation explains the idea that the soul undergoes several births and deaths, refining and learning in each repetition. In this cyclical journey, the higher self accumulates wisdom across lifetimes, occasionally allowing glimpses of prior existences to enter our current consciousness to guide or remind us of our broader spiritual journey. Rosicrucianism also recognizes reincarnation and believes that past life memories can serve as important lessons for our current existence. Such recollections, they believe, come at moments when we are ready to understand and integrate them. When you next experience deja vu, or a vivid, seemingly ancient memory, stop and go deeper. Your higher self may be sending you a message, a lesson, or even a warning. 9. Intuitive urges and gut feelings. Have you ever had a hunch, a seemingly irrational urge to act or not act, only to learn later it was the best decision? These gut feelings, often known as intuitions, are not coincidental. They are direct communications from the higher self, bypassing the rational mind, urging us towards or away from certain situations or decisions. Hermeticism, with its core belief in the interconnectedness of all things, predicts that our higher self, being attuned to the universe's rhythm, may perceive consequences and patterns that our conscious mind cannot. As a result, it sends these intuitive nudges, hoping we will pay attention. For the Rosicrucians, intuition is the language of the soul. Their teachings emphasize the development of one's intuitive abilities, as these are direct gateways to the wisdom of the higher self. The more one owns this skill, the clearer and more frequent these messages become. Embrace your gut feelings. Trust that inexplicable urge, that inner voice offers advice. It's your higher self's compass, guiding you through the maze of life while staying true to your higher purpose. 10. Embracing the whisper of the soul. In this complex web of our existence, together with the complexities of life and the mysteries of the universe, there is a constant, a guiding force, an eternal beacon. This is our higher self, a manifestation of pure wisdom, guiding us through life's winding roads and challenging terrains. It reaches out to us through symbols, dreams, nature, mentors, and even echoes of past lives, guaranteeing that we are never completely alone in our journey for understanding and enlightenment. The age-old and wise teachings of Hermeticism and Rosicrucianism remind us of the deep interdependence of all things. These ideologies emphasize the idea that guidance is constantly present and inside us, waiting for that silent acknowledgement. Each of us has felt the gentle nudge or the profound realization that seems beyond the scope of mere coincidence at some point in our lives. This is the language of the higher self, a dialect that transcends words and resonates directly with the soul. As you reflect upon this journey of discovery, we invite you to introspect. Have you ever felt that guiding hand, that moment of clarity amidst chaos? If you've ever received guidance from your higher self, please comment yes below. We'd love to hear more about your experiences, so please feel free to share your experiences in the comments section below. If this exploration of signs from your higher self resonated with you, please subscribe to our channel. If you believe this information could help others, please share this with friends and loved ones. This could be the sign they've been looking for, the message they've been waiting to hear. Thank you for joining us on this educational journey. Remember, your higher self is always reaching out. All that remains is for us to listen.